Hello, gamer family, and welcome to my Fire Emblem Path of Radiance tier list. Anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's get right in. D tier maps. Yeah, there's no F tier. If there's an F tier, I'd only have the first map here in it, honestly. Number 30, the prologue. Do I need to explain myself? There's 2 enemies. This is a hand-holding tutorial. This is Lin Mode Chapter 1. Number 29, Chapter 26. This is an open plane with a gajillion enemies. At least Fire Emblem 4's open planes don't have a gajillion enemies, and I still think the enemies in that game are way more fun to fight. There's like literally no terrain here too, so that's just like, youch. Number 28, Chapter 23. It's the flippin' bridge map. What do you expect? The bridge is so annoying with the pitfalls. Mecha's Bridge, that's the meme about this map. And it's annoying. This map sucks. It can like go away and never come back. It comes back. Number 27, Chapter 15. I was conflicted on where to put this map. It was obviously like the challenge of trying to not kill any of the enemies for all the bonus XP is fun, but at the same time, it's just annoying. It's a desert map. Desert maps are annoying, and it's a desert map where you should try to fight as little enemies as possible. Like, yikes, that's not a combination for fun. Number 26, Chapter 25. Is this supposed to be fun? That's a genuine question. Because it isn't fun. The boulders are so annoying, and they ruin this map. Number 25, Chapter 19. If you can't get Nisala to leave the map, you're a goner. I should know. I didn't know you could get him to leave the first time I played. This map just hurts my soul. I've always found it so incredibly annoying and not very fun, and I've just always hated it. Now, obviously, in repeat playthroughs, knowing that you can get Nisala to leave, that makes the map so much more enjoyable. But I still don't like this map. And it got me so close to quitting Path of Radiance on my first playthrough. And I like this game, so that makes me not like this map. C tier maps. They're all fine. None of these maps are really particularly that special though. Number 24, Chapter 20. I mean, this is one of those maps that's just like, it's just a Fire Emblem map. It's kind of just exists. And there's really not much else I can say about it. And I think that's a big complaint a lot of people have about Path of Radiance's maps. Is it just has a bunch of maps that just feel like they exist. Even if they're not bad maps, they just feel like they exist. Number 23, Chapter 9. I kind of just find this map annoying with like the beach and desert. I just find all that generally pretty annoying. And I've always found the boss kind of annoying to kill, and that's enough to make it the bottom of the average. Number 22, Chapter 2. This map literally just exists. This is the most forgettable map in this game. This literally just exists. Number 21, Chapter 18. It's just a long linear tunnel you have to go through with a couple of siege tomes and some annoying enemies with the ravens. It's not particularly a bad map, but it's not particularly a super fun one either. Number 20, Chapter 4. Again, this map literally just exists. What else am I supposed to say about it? It's a road with a bunch of enemies. Yeah, it can actually be fun to protect some of your more squishy units. But that's about it. It's kind of just there and boring. And if you compare it to some of the other Chapter 4s and other Fire Emblem games, it definitely looks even worse, in my opinion, in terms of gameplay. Like, Engage's Chapter 4 is Chef's Kiss. That's a good map. Number 19, Chapter 7. Kind of just a boring, oh, look, you're going to get reinforcements map. Again, there's just nothing really that special about this map. It's a map with a couple of rooms and a couple of enemies for you to kill. Really, the only thing worth noting is this is the point of the game where you're just so careful about your resources that that alone is a little stressful in this map, but that's about all it has to offer. Number 18, Chapter 12. This, like, plays like a boring defense map. You gotta just hold your ground until all the ravens are dead. And that's about it. It's kind of just a boring map. The only thing that truly makes this map good is the fact that you get Jill, who's like a very strong unit in this game. Number 17, Chapter 14. This map's more interesting at higher difficulties when it's a Fog of War map. But when it's not Fog of War, it's just so painfully boring. Then the Killer Axe boss is so annoying. Is like, Josh, he had to start over this whole map just because of one lousy critical. It's just annoying. But the Fog of War, I actually don't mind this map with the Fog of War, is I think that makes this map a lot more interesting and how you play this map more interesting. B-tier maps. I like them. Number 16, Chapter 27. It's mostly the Black Knight fight that makes me like this map. But the first half of this map isn't bad. I think it's a fun, route-splitting map. And the Siege Tomes, when you open the doors, is like, it can be like a huge, like, oh my goodness, oh no moment. And I think that oh no moment really sets the tone of the map, and it's like, oh wow. And it just pulls you out of your comfort zone, which I really like. Number 15, Chapter 24. This map literally just exists. I'd call this map forgettable if it weren't for the Black Knight being able to spawn on it near the end of it. And like, I know in Maniac mode, this map in particular is literally so rude with like non-stop wyverns, and that sucks. I remember I used to always, like, in my memory, think it was a Fog of War map too. So this clearly isn't a map I forget. But this is one of those maps that I'm always like, before I play it, but I'm always pleasantly surprised playing it and being like, oh, yeah, it's actually kind of a fun map. So yeah. Number 14, Chapter 28. When I first played this game, I hated this map. It almost ruined the game for me. I almost quit playing the game because of it. All the like goo enemies pissed me off. And then when I replayed this game, I was like, this isn't that bad. Why was I having such an awful time? And I don't know, because I really don't think it's that bad of a map. Like, it's actually a pretty fun map. And I do think it is a nice penultimate challenge of like, here's a ton of goo. Have fun. Can you take them down? Because if you can't take them down, you're going to struggle with the dragons on the next map. Number 13, Chapter 16. This is the Oliver map. You may be like, why is it this high? I forgot what it's called in this game, but the thing that allows flyers to not get yeeted by arrows. Plus Devnin or Dandev, I actually do not know which one of them it is actually, I like that recruitment. It just feels kind of random, but I like it. And there's, again, nothing really wrong about this map. It's just kind of one of those maps that's fun. And again, I think with Path of Radiance, as I look at my tier list, it's less, Path of Radiance is one of those games, it's less that the maps are stellar that makes me love its gameplay. It's just the systems. The class systems, the skill system, the combat systems, which just makes me like maps in other games maybe C tier. Like, this would be a C tier map in like the GBA games. But this game just feels so much fun to play that I enjoy some of these maps more than I would in other games. Number 12, Chapter 13. Defense map, defense map, defense map. Yay! Awesome unit with Astrid! And this map doesn't swarm you with ravens, so the ravens are kind of fun to deal with. And they're actually properly goo, so like they actually have shift meters. And you get Gautry back too, and I like Gautry, so yeah, I like this map. Number 11, Chapter 3. I like port maps. They're fun. I like the villages. I like the pacing of this map. And I do like how the Path of Radiance earlier game forces you to use a bunch of different units. And don't get too attached to your units here. You lose half of them. And then we're on to A-tier maps. These are maps that I actually just genuinely think are good. And these maps aren't just good because I like all the various systems in this game. Like, some of the B-tier maps are orderly good because I like the unique systems that this game has. But no, these maps I just genuinely like. Number 10, Chapter 1. This is a great intro chapter. The villages are fun to visit, and the sword glitch is also great. And it's just a nice, fun stroll that teaches you mechanics, and this should have been the first map in the game. It really should have. Number 9, Chapter 21. This is a fun get to the throne room map. And this really, the only proper Seize Castle get to throne room map in this game. And for that, I really appreciate it. And I find it a nice, fun challenge. And I like the water on it. I think it looks really cool. I like all the different rooms that you can get to for a challenge. And yeah, maybe the sleep staff's a little bit annoying, but that's fun. And I like almost always get an Aether on the boss, so I like that a lot. Number 8, the final map. This is one of those few final maps that's outside, and that alone makes you love it. And obviously, like, on my Let's Play, I didn't play in hard mode, so Ashdar didn't move. But if you're playing on hard mode and Ashdar moves and he has a second phase, this map becomes a wild ride. It becomes a huge thrill, and that makes it so much fun. And it's just a great final map. It feels epic and awesome. Number 7, Chapter 22. This map is called Solo. I like this map because it's really creative with having to shove the bishops out of the way so you get all the bonus XP and not kill them. I find that really creative, and I really enjoy that. So, yeah, way to go. What a unique map. Number 6, Chapter 6. I like this map because you get to sneak around, and you like get to approach it different ways. Like, you want to immediately break your cover and attack on the right, or you want to stay in the trees and yeet them over there, and I find that a ton of fun. Plus, it's an escape map. Those are cool. Number 5, Chapter 10. Take what I said for the previous map and amplify it. Like, the whole, like, objective here is to be sneaky. And while I've never, like, actually succeeded, it's still really fun to try. Number 4, Chapter 17. Now, you may be like, whoa, you're not splitting it? Yeah, the tier list didn't. So I figured, why not? We'll keep it as 1. Individually, I don't love any of the maps. As a whole, I like it a lot. You have a bunch of different victory conditions. Arrive, route. I want to say it's route, arrive, defend, kill boss. 4 different objectives. The maps themselves are all just different enough to make it fun. Ike being nerfed is fun. The reinforce mechanic for your units is fun, and just how it builds off each other is great. And the fact that it's like the bonus XP reward for being fast is compounded for all of them, which makes it like, oh, we gotta go hustle, and I love that so much. S tier maps. Now you may be like, wow, there's barely any S tier maps, but a part of that's just because I think the S tier maps on this game are on a whole nother level. Starting with number 3, Chapter 5. I love the defend maps in this game so much. I love the Tellius defend maps, and this map is so cool. It has Fog War in hard mode. It's such a cool map. This is the first map you really have all the Grail mercenaries for. Cool. And story-wise, this feels great. It feels like you've been building up to this moment the whole time. And it's just a really fun, there's just really fun places to chokehold. And if you get to the boss, you get stat boosters, which is awesome and great. Especially because this is a game time for money. So you can either boost your units to get stronger, great, or you can sell it for the money. Great. Number 2, Chapter 11. Oh, this is like fun. Arrive maps and escape maps are like the same thing. So I, by default, already like this map. Black Knight's entrance is awesome. And you just have so many different ways to approach this map, which is so awesome. Number 1, Chapter 8, Tellius Defend map. Like, this is one of the most stressful maps in the game, and you know what? I don't care. This map is brilliant. All the different chokeholds, all the different enemies, the fact that there's a stat booster at the bottom, you got a unit to the left to recruit, you got like a longbow on the right, which is like a pain to deal with. Like, there's a ton to love here, and you know what? I love it. This map rules. So anyways, here's the whole tier list. As you can see, there's already 30 maps in this game. That's crazy to me. It always feels like there's more, but there isn't. There isn't. And as it should be, the prologue is the worst map, and you may notice, yeah, sure, D tier does have a disproportionately high amount of the late game maps. But even then, compared to most Fire Emblem games, there's not a terribly high amount of late game maps. Like, 26 and 25 are really the only proper late game maps down there. And Path of Radiance as a whole has a good late game, which is one of the reasons why I like Path of Radiance. And, you know, as a whole, a lot of these maps just feel good. Even the ones that aren't great just feel good. This is one of those games that just feels good to play, and you know what? Sometimes that's okay. Path of Radiance is awesome. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye.